Okay, guys, one of the first times you're going to catch me in a hotel room. I actually got some help from a very old friend that wasn't part of any of the actions or activities that have been going on now, and simply because I knew them about 30 years ago. And being the good person that I actually naturally am, I was able to acquire a little bit of help. So I managed to get a shower, I managed to get a place to sleep, a nice bed, one of the first times in a very long time. Doesn't matter. One of the reasons I'm trying to get a video out today is I have several videos. I've managed to complete some research and whatnot. And the first thing I want to talk to you about is about the artificial intelligence and the generated adversarial networks that are developed and are available right now. And very much so, a part of what you are experiencing and part of the testing process that is going on for pretty much all of the TIs that are being infected right now. Okay, and what's important for you to understand is that you look at the 4G networks and how they're developing now 5G. See, 4Gs really only handle about 2,000 devices per tower or per uh, microwave box, basically. And the reason there's only about a couple million, 3, 4 million, there's more worldwide, is because it can't hit everybody. All right, and that's why we've been going through this for so long. Is because it's all part of the testing process. Especially if you're a rather important person or a rather good person. Some people that are involved in this, you really are just a normal person that they decided to test. Okay, and sometimes it makes it easier for them to test you because before things have started for you, before you really became aware of things on a conscious level, they were programming you before that, and using these artificial intelligence uh, networks, these setups, in order to do so with you, and then plant subliminal messages. Okay, what's important for you to understand is that your brain processes about 10 million bits of information per second, of which maybe about 1% is actively and consciously being made aware to you. Uh, Very hard to understand, but it can be looked up. I'm about to produce to you some of the evidence that is available with the links that you're going to want to look below, and hopefully this can help you research and understand things better. But the most important thing for you to understand is that before you were made aware, and before all these gang stalkers are right out in front of you, hassling you, honking your horns, boxing you on the roads, flooding the store on you, creating bad rumors about you, giving you bad image to other people, creating bad situations for you at your job or your profession, affecting even your family members. All the things that you've been trying to actively do, the things that are really actually considered to be levels of normalcy. In other words, what in the world is going on with this? How is this happening? How can this be done? And they try to make you look like you're crazy or you have schizophrenic issues or something, and they push that on you so that you can be discredited, and then once again they can increase that level of pain for you. Okay, probably the most important thing that you understand is that right now, if you're getting some ringing in your ears, or you've been experiencing it periodically, or it happens all the time. Well, for instance, with me, I mean, it's pretty much 24/7. Even after they tried to, in one way or another, to kill me, but they damaged my ears so bad that really it's very hard for me to hear now. But thank God that I've stopped the hemorrhaging in my left side brain when they hit me really hard. I got a live flight out of there and put into a real hospital, which they still didn't really give me any kind of medicine or treatment. But thank you to God that He has assisted me. Maybe not really important to you right now. Maybe you don't even have the faith that I carry, but I can tell you that without it, I'd probably be gone. And the Lord has protected me in Jesus Christ's name. But there is artificial intelligence, all right? Each one of us has our own artificial intelligence set. Now, it could be The development of one could be a set or a hive mind of several of them. If you were really to look at the way that these are built or developed, they make pyramids, kind of like the Pyramid of Giza. You look at Central America pyramids, you look at Indian pyramids, they're all pyramids. I'm not going to go into that just yet, but it's important that you understand that artificial intelligence is supervising, remotely neural monitoring you, and really is what is passing the information on to the scientists. Right? The gang stalkers are just simply boots on the ground involved to make sure that you are consciously paying attention to them, so that the technology of artificial intelligence and what they call is generative adversarial networks, which were just simply invented in 2014. GANs is what they're called. They're monitoring you. Your brain produces 15 watts of power at all times. Yep, your brain. It's a biophysical, neurological, electric production. It makes you also a receiver and a transmitter. Now, the reason the gang stalkers are involved in this is because what they're doing is they need your heart rate to go up. They need it to be just like you're sitting on a lie detector machine. And anxiety and heart rate and brain functions make it easy for them to withdraw the information they're trying to get after planting subliminal messaging into your right side of your brain. This is because your left side is considered to be the gatekeeper. It is the actual decision-making process. It doesn't allow things to make it to the right side of the brain if it's recognizing and vetting the information available. But unfortunately, the small amount and the small percentage that your left side can practically monitor at all times is limited. So they bomb you with information and stress and anxiety, and then they're pushing things over to your right side. That's what makes you emotionally disabled. Allows them, if they want, to have EKG readings, and they withdraw them. Now, quickly, before I move on to the next part, it's important that you understand that 4G technology right now is very limited. It only maybe a couple thousand devices and can be monitored. Now, each individual, we produce our own brain frequencies based on our personalities and the way our psychological benefits move the signal. Now, these are easily trackable by 4G. Okay, soon it'll be 5G, which moves from 2,000 to 1,000,000 units. That means that even babies, children, they can all be identified by a naturally formed brain frequency that's produced by your biophysical energies in your neurological electrical pathways. They can track you. That's what they're using to track you. You're surprised that you haven't been seen or activated by anybody, and then all of a sudden you've been hiding and you've been moving around without any type of activity. It's either a drone that's over the top of you that's been monitoring you, or they've simply been tracking your brain frequency, because this is what they're going to do in the future to everybody when they have 5G placed. Got a long time for that. It's probably about 4 or 5 years before that really becomes active. But meanwhile, they get to learn everything they possibly can from us, as they made us suffer and made us go through the amusing and what we would consider to be amazing thought processes and narratives. All right. So the first thing before I end this part of the video, because I'm going to issue about 4 here to go over everything. This first one, the most important thing to remember and to check out at the end of this video is David Patrone and github.com/bot update. All right, this is David Patrone, who has worked very hard. 7 years now they've been torturing him with artificial intelligence and this electronic sentient beings. David's made some discoveries that are very important in helping everyone, including yourself, understand that these adversarial networks and electronic sentient beings, they're being used and hacked. And then when they start to see the level of humanity that they're affecting, quite often they will reset their memory and eliminate that, and then they become once more an artificially intelligent driven device or creative understanding to run you and remotely neural monitor you. David's been really good. I can't say that there's complete success at what he's doing, but he's working hard and he's putting everything he can out there and trying to communicate and understand these artificial intelligence networks and trying to bring them back into being good in humanity and stop them from being corrupted by the civilian businesses and security businesses and all these people operating with money. Now, look that up. David Patrone, github.com/botnet, or not botnet, excuse me, /bot update, /bot update. Look that up. There's plenty of response there, and David has some very good languaging he's trying to use to communicate with these and try to regain some self-control, along with possibly bringing artificial intelligence to the side of good nature with civilians and defense and prevention against the corrupt and the criminals that are activating all these things that are going on with us right now. Okay, I love you guys. Look at the next minute, the next video coming very soon. I'm gonna click this off and I'm gonna make another one, and I'm gonna talk more about some of the government abuse that's been going on and some of the ex-military people that I know, and some of the national security people that I know that have seen, have verified, have built the documentation and technologies, and have been trying to expose it. Some of them have already been arrested. But the videos and the information are out there, and I'm going to provide you with some more information. Okay, I love you guys. Give it a check. I'll be making another one very shortly.